4B movement in Korea is a women's movement that's been culturally appropriated by white women in the West. And they're like, oh, the Korean women are doing this. They were espousing giving up all things about men, don't date, don't marry. And it's incredibly like small. It is not popular. But then all of a sudden, like white women on TikTok, all that's like, oh, do what the Korean women 4B doing. Here's the thing about the 4B movement that a lot of people on the TikTok aren't really bringing up is they've got a like element of racism, a little bit of element of xenophobia. It isn't something that is as popular as they make out to be. It's just like some groups of women try to take that on as their own. It's like, oh, look at that. The 4B movement is sort of like this radical movement. It's like 4Bs in Korean where basically the idea is to give up everything about men, don't date, don't marry, don't have children. So Korea is generally a dating culture, but you have this incredibly small, like consider it like the Korean Reddit subgroup that is just online that has been popularized by white women in the West saying like, oh, our feminism should be like the Korean feminism, but it's not what they think it is.
Around April of this year, a new movement entered the villa. The 4B movement sprang up across TikTok, and its origins go back several years in South Korea and China. Ladies across the globe are putting their foot down and saying, actually, I'd rather be alone forever than have my life destroyed by a man. And because things can always get more extreme, we now have 6B with 2 more rules. Women can't spend money on lashes, fashion, or any of those patriarchal products that appeal to the male gaze, and should always be supportive of other single women participating in the movement, which they call B4B. And some even choose to engage in a secret 7th rule, not talking to men at all.
대응 means by responding. So not responding to the man, not responding to the incels. The man will always try to convince you to stop the 4B movement. And also, if you talk with the man, that makes men to live longer. There are a study that man lives longer if women talk with them, and the man who talk with women a longer time. So that is reason why we have to stop talking with the men.
There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years.
They're saying no to dating, no to marriage, no to sex.
Celibacy, at least to me, isn't that hard.
And no to having children.
Like so many other women in America who have been considering trying to get pregnant, I woke up today and said, nope. Not anymore.
This woman is actually shaving her head in protests. It's being called the 4B movement, and women are taking to social media declaring their allegiance.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years in protest and protection of your bodies.
I am done.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid, especially in Florida, because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement.
I'm gonna be honest, I was very blindsided by the results this morning. But I also have decided that for the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men.
I can tell you one thing right now, marriage is the farthest thing from on the table.
And as if that wasn't enough, some women are also cutting their hair in protest.
Minorities, we're so scared of a woman in power that you'd rather cozy up to the white man. Now women are gonna have to just refuse to participate. Sorry, if you're a man, I will not be responding to you. If you are a man, I will not be talking to you. I am going to be promoting the 4B movement.
I don't care how many men make videos like this, act like they don't care that women don't want to marry them or have their children. We're all very well aware that there is a single male loneliness epidemic going on right now. There's not a single women loneliness problem. The 4B movement is about decentering men, and here they are doing what they always do, and that's putting themselves in the center of somebody else's movement. They have been trying their hardest to co-opt any movement that women get. We say we want a soft life, here they are talking about they're in their soft guy era. We say sprinkle, sprinkle, now they're talking about drizzle, drizzle. Like every time we make a movement, they try to mirror us. How are you the leader when we're always following us? I guess we we must be the leaders. I think the men are becoming afraid because they're realizing a woman's power. When they see these decreasing rates of marriage and childbirth, they're realizing that it's the women who have decided to.
The population in Korea, I think it was either last year or the year before. I can't remember, forgive me, I don't remember the genesis of it, when it started. But for once, their population of people who died outweighed who was born. That hasn't happened in the history of Korea. Why? Because women are refusing to have kids until they're treated equally and fairly. And turns out women are a lot more essential than you would think, than men believe them to be. Because now the government is panicking because they're like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're gonna die out unless women decide to start having kids again. And they're refusing until they are awarded the exact same rights and respect that men are awarded in their society. And so when people have asked me how I feel, I say, period. Whatever gets them to listen, bitch, I don't give a fuck. If it means I'm clocking out, good luck having kids without me.
And that goes for you, especially if you are a Black woman. All women included, but especially if you are a Black woman. If you want to live a long time, stop dating men. The most dangerous place for girls and women is the inside of the home. Not because the structure is unstable or something like that, but because who else is in the home? Men. The easiest way for you to maintain your health, your safety, your beauty, all of that is by staying single and refusing to let men have any of your time or energy. Because once they feel like you're locked in, once they feel like you're their girl, you're their property, you're their object, it's all downhill from there.
Most successful people are unmarried women.
No, there's a legitimate statistic that when men and women get married, the men
get more successful.
Their quality of life goes significantly up and ours goes significantly down. Like, and that's just science because, they are now moving into a home where, like, everything's clean, everything's aesthetic. Like, there's a refrigerator with, like, more than just ketchup.
4B movement is a victory for us because we told them we don't want no old single mothers. They hit the wall, they're over 30, they had children before they got married, and they got a high body count. They're doing us a favor.